Hi, virtual can-do campers. Try to say that fast 3 times. I'm Paula, and I'm your virtual yoga instructor for today. So, yoga, building strength, balance, and flexibility over time, easily, smoothly, always maintaining your breath. So, everybody says about yoga, oh, I can't do that, I'm not flexible. Well, how do you think you get flexible? You practice. It's a fine balance between flexibility, strength, and balance. Yoga is also concentrated on your breathing, your prana. Breath is your life force. You can live for a little while without water. You can live for days without food. You can't live more than, I think, like 3.5 minutes before you get brain damage from lack of oxygen. So we're going to practice breathing. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through the nose. Breathing through the nose versus breathing out of your mouth. Breathing through the nose drops your heart rate much quicker, calms your central nervous system. That kind of breathing can get you through a very anxious situation on any given day. Eventually, you breathe like that all the time. In through the nose and out through the nose. There's only a few breathing exercises in a yoga practice where you breathe through your mouth. And we're not going to work on that today. Today we're going to do asana, which is poses, and we're going to have fun. So, in through the nose and out through the nose. Make sure you stay hydrated. It's been super hot in Pennsylvania. I think it's supposed to be like 94 degrees today. So always make sure you're hydrating throughout your practice. You'll see me sipping from my water bottle so that I don't get dry mouth and I can just keep talking and instructing you. So let's hop up on our mats, our rug, our floor, whatever we're practicing on, and get to it. Turning the volume up to the highest setting so you don't miss a word. We're going to start in a standing position, Tadasana, mountain pose. Your feet should be hips width apart. For most people, the measurement of 2 hips is their fists side by side between their feet. Your feet should be parallel. For most people, that's also going to mean kicking your heels out a little bit because we have a tendency to have our heels in. You don't want an internal or an external rotation. Oh. That's Chaz. It's my daughter's cat. He's super annoying. At some point, he may jump on my face. Your arms are at your sides. Your palms are lightly turned outward. You're drawing your collarbones wide. That'll turn the palms outward. Pull your head back because most people thrust so that your ears are over your shoulders, are over your hips, knees, and ankles. It's a nice, straight, aligned pose. We're going to hold here and come into our breathing. Inhaling deeply from the diaphragm and releasing the breath through the nose. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to try to keep your inhales and your exhales smooth and even. If your breathing gets jagged or you have trouble catching your breath, return to mountain pose while you're standing until your breath smooths out. I'm going to start with some really simple side stretches, palm tree stretches. Go long through the arms, stretch your fingertips down towards the floor, and inhale your arms overhead. Interlace all 10 fingers like a net. Grow long out of the lower back. Don't let your shoulders come up around your ears. You want to keep them dropped down away from the ears. On the inhale, lift up, and on the exhale, move over to the side. Inhaling back to center, exhaling to the side. Slowly warming up your spine and your hips. Inhaling slow and easy. And then inhale back up to center and float your arms down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale and forward fold. Trying to bring the palms to the floor, or your ankles, or your shins, whatever is comfortable. You can grab opposite elbow tips. Let everything hang. Feel the discs decompress. If you place your hands on the backs of your ankles, gently fold yourself in, but don't use your palms to pull you and overstretch your hamstrings. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop your arms. If at any point you feel pain, back out of the stretch. Take it a little less deep. Yoga is not about pain. It's about a gentle stretching sensation. We're going to go into chair. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend the knees. Keep the knees pointing straight forward. Not out, not in. Straight forward. Stretching the tailbone back. The breastbone stays lifted. The back stays straight. Holding for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, drop your arms. Tuck the tailbone slightly. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Pull the collarbones wide. Going into Garudasana, eagle pose. It's good for healing the joints of the body, cutting off the circulation in the joints, and then giving them a fresh rush of oxygenated blood. Inhale, pull down on the fingertips. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swing down and cross your right elbow under your left. If you can get your palms together in prayer position, that's awesome. Thumbs should be towards your nose. Take a second here and warm this up. Trying to bring your fingers a little bit further down your face. Bring the feet together. Inhale, bend both knees. Get a good deep seat. Feel yourself switch the weight to the left foot. Exhale and lift your right leg up, over, and around. You're trying to hook your right toes behind the left calf muscle. Then you're bending the knee and sitting deeper. Pulling the elbows down, fingers down below the nose. Sitting deeper. Compressing your lower organs, trying to align your elbows and your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and change. Come up. Arms come overhead. Exhale and swing down. Cross the left elbow under the right. Forearms are again intertwined. Hands are in prayer. Thumbs over the nose. Warm up a little bit on this side. Remembering that oftentimes one side is tighter than the other, and that's perfectly normal. Inhale, bend both knees again. Switch the weight. You feel it shifting to your right foot. Exhale, lift. Left leg comes up, over, and around with the left toes behind the right calf muscle. And if one side doesn't hook, don't worry about it. Point the toes straight back towards the wall. Oftentimes my left side doesn't hook. Bend the knee and sit deeper. You're cutting off your circulation to the 14 major joints of the body for that fresh rush of oxygenated blood. Squeezing tighter. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and change. Arms overhead. Exhale, drop the arms to Shavasana. Holding here for 2 breaths. Standing Shavasana, resting pose. Allowing the body to pump all of that fresh oxygenated blood back to your joints. We're going to move to the floor to this comfortable seated position. Whatever is a comfortable seated position for you. Could be fire legs. Legs are out straight. One leg in front of the other. Could be cross-legged. Indian style. Could be half lotus. Foot's up on the thigh. Full lotus I don't have, but I bet some of you do, which would be bringing this foot up in here. You kind of roll around. So now you're in your seated, comfortable position. Draw the collarbones wide, the shoulders move down the back, chin is level, growing long out of the waist. Palms are on the knees. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Into a little neck stretching. So, inhale, go long out of the waist. Exhale, just drop your right shoulder, your right side of your head towards your shoulder. Don't force it or push it. That's easy. Take the right palm, place it on the left side of the head. You are not pressing down that left palm. The weight of your palm alone will drop your head a little further. Create a nice stretch down the left side of the neck. Inhale and exhale. Release the right hand. Turn to center. Inhale, grow long through the crown of the head. Exhale, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And take your left palm, place it on your head. Again, not applying pressure. The weight of the palm itself just drops the head a little further. You feel the stretch here, you feel that muscle opening, relaxing. If there's some mild discomfort, breathe into it. Focus the breath on that muscle and feel it relax. Inhale and change. Do some shoulder shrugs. On the inhale, bring your shoulders all the way up by your ears, but try to keep your chin level. Exhale and drop them. 3 repetitions at your own pace. You're going to place your right palm on the floor, perpendicular to your right hip. And you're just going to stretch over. Inhaling the left arm up overhead. Bending the elbow and moving the hand further out to get a deeper stretch. Feeling it from here all the way up. Opening the left side of the body. Turning your chest slightly towards the ceiling. If your butt pops up on the left side, it's fine. Just back out of the pose a little bit more. You want your sit bones on the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and change. Come back up. Take the left palm, perpendicular to the left hip. Inhale the right arm overhead. And stretch. rounding over, opening up the side body from the waist all the way up to the shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling, reaching your fingertips towards the wall next to you, thinking that you just stretched a little more. You can touch it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and change. Place your fingertips slightly behind your hips. Draw the shoulders back, opening up the chest and the heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Turn to neutral. Palms on the knees. Stretch your legs out for a minute. Give them a little shake. Windshield wiper your feet. Blood flowing back. And then return to a comfortable, easy position. This time you don't want your feet hooked for lotus or sit Indian style. You want your right leg to be relatively free for cradle pose. Ground your sit bones firmly down into the earth, to the mat, to the rug, to wherever you happen to be at the moment. Then, take your right leg and bring it up into your arms, making a cradle for your right leg. And begin to rock your right leg like it's a baby. Inhaling and exhaling. Slow and easy. Don't go too fast. Don't want to jolt your hip. Just want to open the hip up a little bit. Inhaling and exhaling. Cradling that right leg. And then release the right leg. Place it back down. Holding for a breath, then bringing the left leg up and cradling that leg. And again, you'll find that this goes probably easier on one side than the other. It's perfectly normal. I'm right side dominant, so my left side is usually looser. You're going to rock your left leg. Not too fast, not too slow. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Rocking it back and forth, easily and gently, opening up your hips. One more inhale and exhale. And release the left leg down to the floor. And return to your seated position. This time with your palms up and open. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Flex the toes back towards the face. Hands by your hips for staff pose. Growing long out of the waist, leveling the chin, opening the chest. Very gently and subtly, with the toes flexed, stretching your hamstring muscles. Inhale and exhale. Now point the toes. Feel the stretch from the ankle and the shin, a little bit in the calf. Inhale and exhale. Release and relax. windshield wiper the legs for a minute, easily and gently. And draw your feet in towards your butt. And place the bottoms of your feet, the soles of your feet, touching. Make a net out of your fingers. And grab your toes. It's a yoga bind. It's called bound ankle pose. You're lifting your chest, trying to keep a ski slope, straight spine. Chin is level and the heart is open. Inhale and exhale. If this is super duper easy for you and you want to go a little bit further, bring your breastbone forward and say hi to my dog. You're leading with the breastbone. You're not rounding in. You're drawing yourself forward. And you're slowly placing the elbows inside the calves and the thighs and very, very gently letting your weight open the inside hip and groin muscles. If at any point you feel pain, cease, desist, and back out. Inhale and exhale. You'll finally exhale, your body relaxes. You might be able to go a little bit deeper into the pose. Inhale and change. Stretch the legs out. Shake the legs loose. Take the legs into a V. Grab your big toes with your two peace fingers. Again, keep the spine straight. Start to lower yourself forward till eventually the elbows touch the shins. Don't sacrifice form for depth. Keep your spinal muscles engaged. Inhaling, growing long. Exhaling, and forward folding. Release. Come back up. Bring your legs together. Return to staff pose. Inhaling. And we're going to do a seated forward fold, which might be super easy, and it might not be. If it's super easy, use a block. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, and forward fold. Drawing your chest down towards the thighs. Your gaze is above your toes. At some point, out, forward. Inhaling and sinking lower on the exhale. Inhale and exhale. Start to feel like your elbows are going to drop down beside your calves. Beside your calves, let them. Inhale and change. Come back up. If you needed a block or a box or whatever you happen to have that was handy, move it to the side. Return to staff. Easy and gentle. Try a different forward fold. This time, you're going to bring the spot on your forehead to your knees. So grow long. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale forward fold. Now round the back. Bring your forehead to the knees, and you'll find that more than likely you feel this stretch in a different place. Growing along out of the back. Try not to let your shoulders creep up around your ears. Letting your elbows start to fall down alongside the cat. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale and change. Come back up into a seated position. You've done a lot of forward folding, so we're going to introduce a very, very subtle back bend. Return to easy position, cross-legged on your mat. Place your fingertips, and turn sideways behind you. And begin to lift your chest and drop your head back. If that makes you feel dizzy in any way, keep your gaze forward more. Keeping the neck in alignment. Pulling your elbows, belting them behind you, drawing your collarbones wide. Opening the heart center. Taking a little mini back bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and change. Come back up to a seated position. One last heart opener before Shavasana. And I'm going to turn my back to you. Not to be rude, but so you can kind of see what's going on here. So in your comfortable, easy seated position, just take your left arm and bring it up your back. Take your right arm, bring it behind your head. Clasp your fingers. If you can't clasp your fingers and you happen to have a belt, you can do it this way. The tip of the elbow should be above the center of your head. You're inhaling and exhaling. Opening the heart center. You might feel this stretch down the tricep. Inhaling and exhaling. This is another bound position. It takes a long time for some people to get the stretch to clasp your fingers. And change. Hold for a breath. Inhale and exhale. And the other side. And I know, like I said, one side of your body is different than the other. I know I can't always hook on this side. So my right hand comes up, my left hand drops down behind. And with the strap, with the belt, I can start to open up my back, my chest, and my arm. Eventually moving my fingers closer together. Remembering that each side of the body is different and every day is different. No day is the same. Though, with quarantine and virtual camp, you guys may feel like you're living a never-ending version of Groundhog Day. But even now, every day is subtly different. Inhale. And exhale. On the exhale, see if you can move your fingers closer together. Or maybe if your fingers are latched, pull a little bit. separating, pulling down and up on the fingertips. Inhale and change. Release the strap, release your fingers. For me, turn around so I can see you all again. So now you're ready for Shavasana. Shavasana is corpse pose. I know it sounds a little icky, but it's a pose of complete and utter stillness and kind of a meditative pose. So you're gonna lie down on your mat. Your arms are gonna be at your side. Your palms are gonna be up and open. Your feet are inherently gonna flop to the side because you're relaxing. You're going to close your eyes and focus on your breath. One inhale and an exhale. Yogi gurus say that you should hold this pose for a minimum of 3 to 5 minutes. Since we're running out of video time, I'm going to trust you guys to hold this for 3 to 5 minutes. Whatever thoughts come to mind, that's perfectly fine. Acknowledge them, respect them, but let them go. They serve no purpose in your current state of relaxation. Just see them and wave goodbye to them. When you go to change, you're going to pull your heels up close to your butt and bring your hands to the center of your heart in a prayer position. And then you're going to roll to the right side easily, pillowing your head on your prayer hands, trying to bring your knees up to meet your elbows, trying to let your left elbow drop across the body and touch the floor. And then, when you're ready, you're going to place your palms on the floor and press yourself up with your eyes closed into a comfortable seated position. At the point that you do that, your practice is done. So you'll open your eyes slowly and gently and let the outside world come in. I'm Paula. I'm your virtual yoga instructor. I hope you guys watch my videos. I hope you watch them more than once. And I'm going to leave you with the standard yoga greeting, which everybody teases me about, which is Namaste. Namaste, roughly translated, means I bow to you. As in, Namaste. Light within me honors the light within you, and there shall we meet and grow forward. Bye, Can-Do campers. I hope you enjoyed class. I wish I could meet you all in person. Have a wonderful summer.